What is going on, guys? I'm back here with a 4450. We're going to be doing a little bit of brush hogging. It's about 7 in the morning right now. I got to grease up the brush hog first, and I'm going to put a little bit of diesel in the tractor, and then we're going to go get started, and hopefully it'll be breaking daylight by then. But I'm going to get a little time lapse of greasing the brush hog and everything, but we'll get some more footage later today. But here's the 4450. We're gonna be greasing this bush hog bat wing right here. Got the work lights on the back of the tractor so I can see. But like I said, I'm gonna do a little time lapse of greasing this tractor up. So I'll get some footage for y'all. All right, we got all the grease certs greased on this brush hog. Like I said, I'm gonna put a little bit of diesel in the tractor, and then we're gonna head over to the next field and start brush hogging. Let's get rolling. Starting it up, I'm about to head to the field. All the lights work on this bad boy, which is surprising. Even the radio works. For a 1983 model tractor, I'm impressed with it. Gear shift indicator. But all we're doing is heading right over there. I need a new shift knob though. Pull it out of reverse, up, first gear. We're probably gonna go ahead and skip to like, that's 7th right there. 8th, 9th, 10th. One more. Doesn't like these old power shifts, man. Power shift was one of the greatest things John Deere ever invented. But we're gonna go ahead and, like I said, head on. Let's get some AC going up in here. Surprisingly, it's a little toasty this morning. Yeah, now we got some AC going. Like I was saying, what I'm brush hogging today probably ain't gonna take me more than half a day. But we're gonna try to get it knocked out and move on down the road. But like I said, pulling this 15-foot bat wing, 140, 50 horse tractor. Yeah, I mean, it don't take long to knock some grass out. The only deal with this pasture is trees, lots of them. And I don't feel like beating the cab off my tractor, so we're gonna have to take our time around them. But other than that, it'll do okay. I gotta stop real quick because we're coming up to an entryway gate, and I gotta fold the bat wing. Let's see if I can do this first try. We got one wing up. There we go. Got both wings up. Let's shift this back down about 6. Alrighty. Like I said, I'll pick back up when we're doing some rounds around the pasture. But I'm getting on the dirt road now, and I don't feel like messing anything up, so and plus I got to get out to get a gate anyways. So I'll get some more when we're actually doing some mowing, and hopefully the sun comes up pretty soon. That way I can see a little bit better what I'm doing. We're finally mowing some grass down. Going a little slow around this fence line, but this is all the trees I'm talking about, man. I mean, it's gonna take me a minute to mow around all these trees, because like I said, I'm not beating the cab off my tractor, but I mean, we'll do it. We'll do it. Just chugging along. I mean, it's just nothing but trees. But I mean, it's got to be done. The real reason why I wanted to record this little section right here, I wanted to show y'all this old combine. You know, sometimes when stuff breaks down, you just gotta leave it where she lays. And this one got left where she lays. Oh, John Deere Series 55. But nice wheat field worked up. Some volunteer wheat coming up. I don't think it's been planted this year. But I mean, I don't know. This may take me a little longer than I thought. But anyways, I'm gonna get over here out of this little hole, because I don't feel like messing around with that. But like I said, that's what I'm talking about. All these canopy trees. I don't feel like messing nothing up on my tractor. So it is what it is. But the grass ain't real tall. It's just probably about knee high in some spots. But gotta mow down the weeds and everything, make the place look real nice and pretty. We're running about 7th gear, about 4.5 mile an hour. On this tractor, you got to run about 2,000 RPM to get your 540, so that's what we're running. This 15-foot batwing, I got nothing on this 4450. I mean, it's a hoss. I love it though. I love it. Well, it never fails. It never fails. Something's always got to go wrong. Which, I mean, this is common. I mean, anybody that's been around equipment, brush hogs and everything, you know what it's like to smoke a clutch. So, in case anybody has never smoked a clutch, I'm going to show you what to do when you smoke a clutch. So on these brush hogs, on every one of these, right outside the gearbox, to protect your main gearbox and to protect your tractor, these brush hogs, you can see it smoking. I mean, it's called smoking the clutch. You see that disc right there that's tore up? That is the clutch disc, and that is meant to give out before anything happens to your gearbox or your tractor. It's a protection device, and you always know when it's messed up, because you see how good the other two 5-foot sections are cutting. Well, right there, that ain't cutting too well. I don't know what. It's when you get it in a real bind is when you smoke these clutches. But, I mean, I don't know what I've mowed to do it. This grass ain't that thick, and I'm only going about 4 miles an hour. So, I'm going to see if I can tighten these up a little bit. I mean, there's a little bit of clutch material left. If I can't tighten them up and get it to work, what you got to do, you got to pull all these nuts off this clutch assembly, this U-joint assembly. Once you get that off, you gotta go get 2 new clutch pads. I'm pretty sure there's 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's 2 pads per assembly, and you gotta go get 2 new clutch discs, put them on this assembly here, and put it all back together, and you're good to go. It's not that big of a deal. It just it sucks because when you're trying to make money out here, and now I'm gonna have to go to town, get some more clutches, and continue on with my day. But this is downtime. Like I said, this is part of running equipment. You're gonna have downtime, and here's part of my downtime. And a smart man always keeps, when you're brush hogging, you always keep a couple set of clutches on your brush hog or on your tractor. But I have yet to do that yet, and so here I am. I got to make the 15-minute trip to town, and that's if somebody in my town carries these clutches. If not, I'm gonna have to go 45 minutes out of my way to go get some clutches. So yeah, that's part of running equipment, guys. So if you're looking to get into this type of stuff, this is what you got to look at. So I'm gonna start taking these off, and we're gonna try to figure out what we can do. I think gotta put the build up, but I think I may have gotten a little bit more life out of these clutch packs. I tightened all these nuts down, like I was saying. There's some clutch left. It may have just smoked it a little bit. Let me get in here. But let me turn on the radio. Let's I'm gonna see if it'll even kind of. Let's give her a little bit of gas. And then we're gonna shift her, mow a little bit, see what we can do. Hopefully this works, because I really don't want to take the trip to town. All right, guys, we're back mowing again. Sure enough, I had a little bit of clutch left. We're back to mowing, but it just goes to show it's always nice to have extra clutches. I'm probably gonna, when I finish mowing today, I'm probably gonna personally run to town. Like I said, I'm probably going to go about 45 minutes away and buy some extra clutches for stuff like this. But we're going to continue chugging along. Old combine there again. Oh, see, wasn't paying attention. I was talking to y'all about smack this tree limb. I'm going to have to back up and go around. But we'll keep mowing. Like I said, it's cutting good now that I replaced those clutches. Old power shift, put her in first on reverse, back on up out of here, and I mean, it's just part of it, man. Like I said, it's just part of running equipment and brush hogging. That's why it's always nice to have extra parts laying around for emergencies like that. Go ahead and put this up here in 7th. Oh man, I let out on the clutch a little too hard on that one. But I mean, I really don't know the correct way to shift these power shifts. To me, I've heard some people say you gotta go gear to gear. But to me, I mean, that's just extra wear and tear on your transmission. I say if you know you're gonna be running in 7th the whole time you're mowing, why not clutch, shift to 7th and just ease out on the clutch? That way you're only messing up. You're only using one thing versus sitting there and going first, second, third, all, you know, and so forth, all the way to 7th. When I could just clutch and go to 7th, ease off the clutch, and continue mowing. Like I said, I think I'm running about 4 miles an hour. These tractors got a speedometer. I just got to click the button to turn it on. It's right here. Yeah, we're running about 4.3 miles an hour. That's what I figured. Which, I mean, it says 4 mile an hour on your gear selected over here, but it all depends on your tire too, because I'm pretty sure if you run a taller tire or a shorter tire, you're supposed to adjust the speedo on this. But man, it gets a little rough right in here. Need to do a little bit of dirt work. Yeah, I found that earlier. I don't know what that's doing in the middle of nowhere, but I for sure found that. Hey, that could be what's wrong with the clutches, why I smoked it. But gonna continue doing what we're doing and hopefully make some more progress on this field before hopefully that single clutch holds up. Because like I said, they're supposed to have two. But anyways, we're gonna continue mowing, and AC's so good it's frosting the window over. That's what I'm talking about. But anyways, we'll continue doing our job and mowing around all these trees. It's about an hour later now. Still going around and around and around. Need to clean my back window. That sucker's dirty. But we're making progress out here. I'll flip the camera around real quick and show you what we've done so far. But like I said, we've been out here about an hour now. Just cruising along, mowing down this grass. Brush hog's doing good besides that one little clutch mishap, but like I said, we got that lined out. But I mean, she's mowing good. I read that this tractor only burns around 5 to 10 gallons an hour, so that's not that big of a deal. Probably got to go get diesel soon. But like I said, I mean, it's doing a good job compared to this jump to the mode. I think I've probably got 4 passes around, but I've been going around some of these trees trying to knock out 1 or 2 trees every pass. But I mean, we're just chugging along. I mean, it's probably gonna take me at least 2 or 3 more hours to do this, because like I said, going around these trees is just it's just rough to do, and especially this. I mean, this tractor sets up pretty tall, so I'm even higher up in the canopy of the trees. But I mean, we'll get her done. It's a good thing we're doing hourly rates out here, because if not, we would make no money on this tree deal. But I mean, they've done a good job on this field. I mean, it looks good. Like I said, got a little bit of volunteer weed already coming up. I mean, we ain't had enough rain to plant anything out here. I mean, if you plant it, it's just gonna be bird seed. That's all it's gonna be. But it's just junk like this, man. You gotta mow around in some of these pastures. I mean, I'm just trying not to ruin anything on this tractor. You know, you gotta take care of your equipment, and that's how stuff lasts. You gotta take care of it, especially when they're this old. I'm ordering parts here and there for her, trying to get her back to pristine condition like you bought her back in '83, but that just takes time. I plan on painting it. Like the fenders need to be painted, which I'm gonna sand it down. The wheels need to be painted. I mean, I'm gonna paint all of it if I'm gonna paint it, but I'll probably wait till I'm done with this build here before I start any of that business. But I mean, it pulls good. Transmission pulls good. I mean, like I said, the AC's cold. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better tractor, especially an '83 model. I want another one. I'd like to get a bigger one, like a 46. I don't care if it's a 40, 50, or 55 series, but I'd like to get a 46 series, 46 model tractor, like 4640, 4650, or 4655. Just something a little bit bigger, throw some duals on it. I'd like to get four-wheel drive, but it really don't bother me none. Like I said, I would like a set of duals though, so I can partake in some of the disking and planting. But right now, I'm just gonna be using this to brush hog, bale hay, cut hay, rake hay, use it for about everything I need to do. But it's just part of it. We're having fun though, make a little bit of money while we're doing it. But I'm gonna continue mowing along here. Might get a little bit more footage, like that junk right there. That's what I'm talking about. But I'm at to stop, like I said, get diesel. I didn't realize how low I was. and I don't run it out, so I'm gonna have to take the drag-up tank to town. And this thing, I think it holds 62 gallons, which has got a 100-gallon drag-up tank, so that ought to get me by for maybe a day, 2 days, or I guess I should say a day and a half. But we'll just keep working on it, see where we get with what we got. This is what I'm talking about. I mean, it's nothing but trees. You gotta make basically your brush hog into a zero turn to get around and around and around and around. And it's, I mean, it's kind of annoying. Like this branch here, too low. Like that's all up in my tractor. I'm not doing that. So that little patch there, I either got to reverse over it or I just got to leave it be. And I mean, dude, going from frontwards to reverse, it's just rough on a tractor. So I leave it be for the time being, and then at the end of brush hogging, if I want to come back over it and reverse that little spot, I will. But right now, I'm just going to leave it alone. And if I think it looks bad at the end of the job, I'll come back and fix it. But like I said, as of now, it's just like stuff like this. I mean, I'll put the tips of it against the tractor, but I mean that branch gets thicker and thicker as it goes to the tree, which is just going to cause more damage to your cab. And that's just stuff you got to think about when you're doing these type of jobs. But like I said, so you almost got to turn that brush hog into a zero turn and just go right around that. And you can manipulate these brush hogs to do a lot for you in all reality. Like when you turn here, you can get real wide. And it's certain things you learn as you're brush hogging with these bigger ones. And you learn how to manipulate them and get them to do what you need them to do for you. And it makes your life a whole lot easier. But right here, I mean, I'm almost to the point where my tire is about to touch the tongue of the brush hog. But you can dang near get it to do a 0-point turn for you, which is, I mean, it's nice when you get down to it. But instead of brush hogging all this pasture at once, I think I'm gonna try to knock this little tree section here out. That way I can get in an open field and maybe bump up a gear, run a mile or 2 miles faster and knock out that the open field. But for now, I'm just keeping low gear. That way I'm not shifting up and down, and try to knock out pass around these trees. That way I get about 15 foot away from these trees. That way I'm not up in the branches. All right, it's now 10 o'clock. I am bone dry on diesel, so I'm going to have to call it for now. But I mean, I got quite a bit done. I'll turn the camera around and show y'all real quick before I head it in. But yeah, we're bone dry on diesel, but we're still kicking along here. But I'll turn the camera around real quick. Like I said, we are bone dry on diesel. But anyways, I'll give her a little bit of gas real quick. Get over here in these trees. Like I said, I wanted to finish this little tree area first. Get it knocked out, because now I can kind of bump it up a gear. But this is what we're looking at. Hold on, I'll get a little better picture over here. But all that, all this right here from that combine, all the way back there up on that hill, did look like all this right here. So she looks a little bit better. I mean, looks a hell of a lot better. But like I said, we're I mean, it shows I got 1/8 of a tank left, but we're not gonna push it any further than that. So we're gonna head it in and see what we can do. Well, it's a good thing I did call it short and decide to go get some diesel, because we are getting rained on. So we're gonna go to town, get some diesel, and maybe it's done raining by the time we get back. If not, we may have to pick up where we left off tomorrow. So I'll see y'all when I see you.